What if I told you? A simple white powder that costs just a couple of dollars could lower the temperature. Inside your home by nearly 10 degrees? Not in theory, real results. This material reflects almost all incoming sunlight, pushing away heat instead of absorbing it. In fact, its cooling effect can rival what your air conditioning system is doing right now. Scientists at Purdue University tested it, and the results were so extreme that even world record authorities acknowledged it. But here's the strange part. This isn't new. This powder has been used for thousands of years. Ancient Greek homes were covered in it. The Romans blended it directly into their walls. Entire coastal villages across the Mediterranean still rely on it today to survive. Brutal summers. So why don't you hear about it? Because at some point, a multi-billion-dollar industry made a decision. Not because it didn't work, but because it worked too well. A solution that costs a few dollars and lasts for years cannot compete with systems that charge you thousands up front and keep billing you every single month. And anything that breaks that model quietly disappears. This is the story of one of the cheapest cooling methods ever discovered, and why powerful industries would rather you never learn its name. Welcome to Buried Camping, where we uncover the knowledge that was never supposed to reach you. If this kind of hidden truth matters to you, subscribe now and stay ready, because every video opens another sealed vault. Back in 1973, a researcher working at Lawrence, Berkeley National Laboratory in California, tested something incredibly simple. He coated a rooftop using nothing more than crushed limestone mixed with water. No advanced chemicals, no expensive coating, just a basic white mixture used for generations. The same method older communities had quietly relied on for centuries. What happened next completely changed the understanding of heat control. That white-coated roof dropped nearly 40 degrees, compared to a dark surface beside it. Inside the building, temperatures fell by around 8 degrees. And the most shocking part? That building didn't need air conditioning at all during the entire summer. A material costing under $20 outperformed systems worth thousands. But if you look deeper into history, this wasn't a discovery, it was a rediscovery. Go back thousands of years to early civilizations living in extremely hot climates. They already understood this principle. Dark surfaces trap heat, light surfaces reflect it. So they crushed local stone, mixed it with water, and covered their homes in white. It wasn't decoration, it was survival. Homes stayed significantly cooler even under intense sun, without electricity or machines. This technique spread across regions. Southern Europe, North Africa, coastal settlements, millions of structures built around this simple idea. For generations, people controlled heat using nothing but natural materials and basic physics. Then everything changed. In the early 20th century, modern air conditioning was introduced. Not because older methods stopped working, but because a new system could be sold, maintained, upgraded, and billed continuously. Unlike a one-time solution, it created a permanent revenue stream. A bag of mineral powder doesn't generate monthly income. A machine does, and slowly the older method faded from mainstream use. Not erased completely, but pushed into the background. But the science didn't disappear. In recent years, researchers revisited the concept and pushed it even further. A team developed an ultra-reflective coating that reflects over 98% of sunlight. Surfaces treated with it didn't just stay cool, they dropped below the surrounding air temperature. During the day, they stayed significantly cooler, and at night the difference increased even more. When calculated, the cooling effect was equivalent to powerful air conditioning systems, without using a single unit of electricity. It was recognized globally, studied, verified, and reported across major scientific platforms. And yet, nothing really changed. Major industries continue producing materials that require frequent replacement. Roofing systems, coatings, cooling units, all designed around repeat consumption. A natural solution that lasts long, costs little, and reduces dependency doesn't fit that model. It can't be patented easily. It can't be locked behind subscriptions. And most importantly, it reduces demand for expensive alternatives. In many places, even building regulations favor darker materials that absorb more heat, indirectly increasing reliance on cooling systems. It's not hidden in secret files, it's simply not promoted. If you followed this far, you already understand something most people never question. Cooling your home doesn't always require complex systems. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most powerful. But before going further, understand this. What you're hearing right now is only a fraction of what exists. There are dozens of similar techniques, tested methods, and forgotten systems that were once common knowledge. That's exactly why we started building the Buried Camping Vault, collecting practical methods that cost almost nothing but deliver real results. From natural cooling to survival shelters, water purification, and off-grid techniques, everything compiled into one place. You'll find it in the description if you're ready to explore deeper. Now here's the part most people overlook. This method isn't perfect. It requires maintenance. Over time, the coating can wear down and needs to be reapplied, but that was always part of the process. Previous generations treated it as routine, simple, quick, and affordable. In return, they avoided high energy costs and mechanical dependency. Today, the process is just as simple. The material is still available in hardware stores. It can be mixed with water into a thin coating and applied directly onto surfaces, exposed to sunlight. With proper application, the temperature difference becomes noticeable almost immediately. There are real examples of homeowners testing this approach. Attic temperatures dropping significantly, indoor conditions becoming more comfortable, reduced need for constant cooling, and over time, noticeable savings. When compared side by side, the difference becomes clear. One option requires large upfront costs, installation, and continuous electricity usage. The other requires minimal investment and basic effort. This isn't a new invention. It's knowledge that has existed for centuries, proven by history, confirmed by science, and still accessible today. The only difference is, most people were never told to look at it this way. But now you have. And once you see it, it's hard to ignore. If this opens something in your mind, share it. Because the more people understand simple solutions like this, the harder it becomes for them to disappear again. This was just one vault. The next one goes even deeper.